Okay, welcome back to another telecast of Saturday Night at the Ballpark. My name is, oh God almighty, I forgot to lower the volume for crying out loud. All right, we got that done. Anyway, we're back here at Saturday Night at the Ballpark. We're continuing on with the 1984 community replay between the Toronto Blue Jays, who sit in first place in the American League East. And I didn't check today to see if anybody played. Where do I have to go here? All right, it was in the wrong spot. Come on. So I go to the cards and dice. After the game, I'll show you what we do to put in the stats and everything into this project that we are playing. All right, so today is the 31st. I got the San Francisco Giants in St. Louis. St. Louis wins that one 6-5. Baltimore played Minnesota on this day, and Minnesota wins 4-1. Chicago and San Francisco. The Cubbies, they win that one, so that was an important game for them in the National League East. They are a half game behind the New York Mets as we speak. And moving on, and that was it for today. There are other games. The Yankees, I haven't seen. I don't know who took that. I took the Toronto Blue Jays and California Angels, and I also took the Yankees and the Texas Rangers. But I don't know if anybody picked up that game. I was going to do both series, but I was told to take one series, and then after you get done with that series, then move on to see what's open for me to take. So I don't know if anybody took the Yankees and the Texas Rangers, but if not, I'll take that over as soon as I complete this series right here. Kevin, hello, Kev. How are you? Nice to see you. What else? So the Yankees sit 4 games back. Blue Jays won game one of this series 4-2, and we're going to play game 2. The ballpark factors for singles. Ballpark singles is going to be 3s for the lefties and the righties. Diamond shots are going to be 18 for the lefties and 12 for the righties. And on the mound for the California Angels, it's going to be Doyle Alexander. Alexander in the replay. For the Toronto Blue Jays, Doyle Alexander is 13-0 in this replay. So a lot of pressure on me to see if he goes 14-0. Who knows? You never know. And for the California Angels, it's going to be Mike Witt. He's 8-7 with a 4-point. I'm glad to hear that, Kev. Very good. Very good. Witt is at 4.59 on the ERA. And it's a beautiful night here at the Big A. And we will give you the starting lineups for both teams. And for the Blue Jays, and leading off and playing left field will be Dave Collins. Batting second, the shortstop will be Tony Fernandez. Lloyd Mosby will be in center field. He'll be batting third. Willie Upshaw, he'll be the cleanup batter. He'll be at first base. Willie Aikens will be the designated hitter. He'll be batting fifth. Batting sixth, the right fielder will be George Bell. Rance Mulligans is going to be at third. He'll bat seventh. Ernie Witt, he'll be behind the plate, batting eighth. And Alfredo Griffin, he'll be batting ninth. He'll be the second baseman. For the California Angels, left to right in the outfield, Brian Downing will be in left. Gary Pettis will be in center field. Freddie Lynn will be around and right. From first to third, Daryl Sconez will be at first. Gritch will be at second. Doug DeSensei around at third. Piccolo will be at short. And Bob Boone will be behind the plate. Mike Witt will be towing the rubber. And we're about to begin this contest. It's game 2. California Angels, they sit 12 and a half games out of the first place Kansas City Royals. So let's see. For the American League East, the Detroit Tigers, who the real life winners, are now sitting 8 games back in the American League East, 4 behind the Yankees. And for the American League West, right now I'm drawing a blank who won it actually. Did the Kansas City Royals win it that year? 84. It was Cubs and the Padres and the Tigers. And who was it? Anybody know? Hello, Frank. KC won it. Okay, they did win it. All right. Well, they sit in first place. They're actually sitting in first place, the actual winners of the American League West. And they're up by 12 and a half games, 13 by the Angels and 12 and a half by the Minnesota Twins. I guess there was some movement in the that division during the other players playing in this project. For the National League East, the Chicago Cubs, the actual winners, they're a half game out behind the New York Mets. Montreal is 2 games out, and Philadelphia is 3.5. So we got a little 4-team race going on over there. For the San Diego Padres, the actual winners, they're up by 2 games over the Houston Astros and 5.5 over the Dodgers. Well, what do you mean, Frank? Somebody got to cool down. This is 62-31 Jay Bunch. Yeah, they won 62 games in 31. So they're actually, the Cubs are just about there. You know, they're not out of it by no means. That's going to come down to the dog days of summer, I guess. And that series. All right, so we got the lineups in. We got the defensive lineups in, and here comes Mike Witt. Mike Witt, as we said, 8-7 with a 4.59 ERA. Mike Witt, right-hand thrower. Dave Collins stands in. He's a switch hitter, and he'll be batting from the left side. And I got to get the computer game up, and I got it up. So Collins batting from the left side. He has a .297 batting average. And here comes the first pitch of the game on a beautiful night here in California. And that's going to be 6-6 to start the game off. Left side, 6-6. It's lifted to left field. Brian Downing coming in and over towards the line. And he's going to glove it for the out, 1 away. So 1 down. See if that red pen could stay right where it is so I don't knock it to the floor. Tony Fernandez stands in. He's a left-hander. Fernandez is batting .333 on the season. Switch hitter, batting from the left side as well. Here comes the pitch by Mike Witt. And that's going to be a 2-7. I should have that up. 2-7 from the right side, and that's lifted to the outfield. Pettis moving over towards his left, and he's going to glove that one for the out. So 2 fly ball outs by the Toronto Blue Jays, and here comes Lloyd Moseby. Lloyd Moseby batted .302 so far in the project, and he is a left-handed batter. Mike Witt looks in, gets the sign by Boone, and here comes the pitch. that goes down as a 3-7. 3-7 from the right side, and that's another high fly ball to center field. Pettis going back, and he gloves it on the run for the out, and that's 3 fly ball outs for the Toronto Blue Jays, and they go down 1-2-3. We played a half here in Anaheim. It's the Blue Jays nothing, Angels coming to bat. All right, for the California Angels, and they're going to look like this tonight. Gary Pettis will lead it off. He's in center field. Bobby Grich will bat second at second base. Fred Lynn will be the right fielder. He'll be batting third. Hot Dog Jackson will be the DH. He'll be batting fourth. Doug DeSensei will be at third. He'll be batting fifth. Darryl Schooners is batting sixth. He'll be at first base. Brian Downing batting seventh. He'll be in left field. Bob Boone behind the plate, batting eighth. And Rob Piccolo will be batting ninth, and he'll be the shortstop. Doyle Alexander, as we said, 13-0 with a 3.08 ERA in this tournament. And Pettis stands into the batter's box, a switch hitter. He's batting from the left side. He comes in at 264 on the season. And the pitch, no, that didn't meet the tower, but it's a 5. It's going to be a 5-4. 5-4 from the left side. It's going to be a range play to Ernie Witt. And let's see what happens here. Witt's a 3 and an E rating of a 1. So let's see. That's another tower pop out. Let me get the dice. That's a 6, and we'll go with it. And that's going to be a 7. So 7's a PP and a ratio of 9 on the 3. So it's going to be popped up, straight up, and Witt in front of the plate is going to make the call, is going to make the catch, and there is one away. Bobby Grich stands in. On the replay, he's batting 242. The second baseman's a right-hander, batting from the right side. Alexander looks in, gets a sign, and he drops a 1-4 on him. 1-4 from the right side, split, a 1-6 on a single. That's a 5. That's going to be a base hit up the middle. And it's going to be retrieved by Lloyd Mosby. He turns it in. That's a 1-out single for Bobby Grich. Not much of a base stealer. 5. Not much of a base stealer. So they are going to play off of him. They'll play straight up. Freddie Lynn will step to the plate. He's batting from the left side. 288 on the replay so far. Bobby Grich takes a little hefty I got to check something. Okay, I'm good. Takes a hefty lead off the off first base. Lynn rocks the bat, and here comes the pitch by Alexander from the stretch. And I forgot to do the the havoc, and I'll do that as the havoc. It's a 9, so I missed it, so we'll go with it. And that's a 3-8. 3-8 from the right side, and that's going to be a split on a 1-10, and that's going to be a 9, and that's going to drop into center field. Mosby couldn't catch up with it, and the California Angels have first and second. First and second with 1 out now, as both splits in favor of the California Angels as they just sneak it by. We'll call it a CNI base hit, I guess. Here comes Hot Dog Jackson, Reggie, batting from the left side. 205 in the replay. And the Angels are playing double play depth. And here comes the havoc. That's going to be a 10, nothing on the havoc. Here comes Jackson's pitch. And that's going to be a 1-4 from the right side. A high fly ball to center field. Lloyd Mosby moving over towards his left, and he's going to glove it for the out, and that's one away. So he got the inside pitch on him, and he muscled it out to the outfield, so that's one down. Here comes the sensei. First and second with one out. Gritch on second, Win on first. And they are not holding. They're playing straight up here. And here comes the pitch to the sensei. Batting from the right side, a 226 hitter in the replay. That's a havoc roll. And here comes the pitch roll from Alexander from the stretch. That's going to be a 3-7. 3-7 from the right side. Oh, in between a whole lot. That's a ground ball to short. Fielded by Fernandez over to Griffin from one to Upshaw. And that's a double play. 6-4-3 to end the inning. 6-4-3 ends the inning. And that'll do it for the Angels here in the first. No runs on 2 hits. And they leave 1. We played 1 inning here at the Big A. It's the Blue Jays, nothing, and the Angels, nothing. All right, top of the second inning. Well, you should be. Mike Witt finishes up his warm-ups. And oh, wait a minute. You might be right. Hold on. It's not a double play. You are correct. My bad. You are correct. Thanks, Kev. Popped out, base hit, fly out to center, and you are correct. So I'll straighten that out right now. My bad. Good pickup. Let me see. He went down on a 3-7. In between a whole lot, and that's an A, so he throws it across the diamond for a 6-3 putout. Good call, Kev. Very good. All right, 6-3. All right, good call by Kev. Willie Upshaw lead it off, followed by Willie Aikens and George Bell here in the top of the second inning. Mike Witt looks in, gets a sign by Boone. It goes down as a 1-8. 1-8 from the right side is going to be a ground ball to the left side. Piccolo picks it up. He fires across. And 1 away. 1 down. Willie Aikens, left-handed batter. Batting 123 in the replay. He's the designated hitter, batting from the left side. Might have said that already. And here comes his pitch. And that goes to a 6-3. Left side, 6-3. Range play to the outfielder, left field. And that's going to be Brian Down. And he's a 3 on a 0. And he has to clear the 1 through 6 off the 20. And he gets that done. It's going to be an F2. And that's an 11. He's going to make the catch for the second out. 2 down. And here comes George Bell. George Bell batting 282 in the project. He is the right fielder, and he is the right-hand batter. Mike Witt looks in, gets a sign by Boone. He goes 1-8 on him. 1-8 from the right side. And that's a split on a home run, 1 to 11, and that is an 11. And I think I did not do that. Okay. Was robbing the home run. So that would have been robbing the home run, but I did not do it for this project. And that is a home run for George Bell. George Bell cracks one on a 1-8 on 11. And let me see what he has so far in the replay. And the Toronto Blue Jays will take a 1-0 lead off George Bell. And let me see. Bell. It hits number 13 on the season. 13 on the season, and he puts the Blue Jays up 1-0. And Rance Mulligan will step into the batter's box. He's a left-handed batter. Batter's batting .323 so far in the replay. And Mike Witt delivers a 2-7 from the right side, and that's going to be a swing and a miss, and he strikes out to end the inning. First strikeout for Mike Witt. That would have been a reversal. Runners in scoring position with 2 outs, but that wasn't called for. So for the Blue Jays, they do get a run on George Bell. Home run, solo shot, and we played 1.5. The Blue Jays won, and the Angels nothing. I think George Bell might have had. He did hit a home run last night for his 12th. So he did. He went 2 for 4 with a home run. So he hit his 13th of the season. So George Bell comes in hot into California. Darryl Schooners, hope I'm pronouncing his name right, but if not, I apologize. Darryl Schooners, 286 hitter on the replay. He's batting from the left side. Doyle Alexander. Oh, hello, Barbara. I missed that Doyle Alexander message. I can't read it because the phone is up in the air here. So if you're asking if he's 13-0 in the project, he most certainly is. He's 13-0. All right, Darryl Schooners looks in, waiting for Alexander's pitch. And he goes 3-4. 3-4 from the right side, and that's going to be a solid base hit up the middle and into center field. Lloyd Mosby gloves it and returns it back into the infield. So that's a leadoff single for Schooners. Let's see what he looks like. He's at 13. He has a lot going on, 2 through 5, 11 and a 12. Then he goes 8 through 10, getting picked off. So we're not going to think of anything right now, but I will bring in the corners because Downing, he could bunt. And we're going to move the corners in. Brian Downing comes in at 279. He's a right-handed batter. And let's see. Since the corners are in, hit and run's a B. The bunting is a C. And he's not going to go. Let me see. I'm going to swing away with with Brian Downing. And here we go. Brian Downing waiting for his pitch. Here comes the Havoc. And nothing doing. And here comes the pitch. That's 3 nickels, and that's a 5-10. 5-10 from the right side, and that's going to be a range play to third base. Mulligan is a 313. He has to clear 1 through 4 off the 20. And he's not going to get it. He's going to get by him and into left field for a base hit. He's heavy on the 3s. That's a 13, and he's not going to make an error. And there is first and second for the California Angels. So again, the Angels come in with 2 base runners. Number 7. All right, and here comes Big Bob Boone. He is a right-handed batter, batting 204 in the project. Again, the corners are going to be moving in. because he is a B bunter. And let's see. So corners are in. So his bunting goes to a C. His hit and run drops down to a B. We go for hit run here. Hit run. Going to take a chance. Let me see. Brian Downey. Daryl Schooners is on second. Boy, he's a 4. If he misses if he gets a BMP, that's a 4 on a 7. I'm going to check off on that. I'm going to swing away here. All right, so Bob Boone gets to put the ball in play one way or the other. Corners are in. Schooners on second. Brian Downing on first. Boone batting from the right side. Here comes the Havoc. And nothing doing on the Havoc on a 17. Here comes the pitch by Dan Alexander. That's going to be a 5-7. 5-7 from the right side, and that's going to be into the gap. And Lloyd Mosby's not going to come up with it. The runner on first, let's see, he's a 12. And Mosby is a 0, so still a 12. And not being held on, so he's going to be a 13. The third base coach is going to be waving him around. And on a 13, I think I'm not going to allow Bob Boone to go to second. I'm going to cut it. And that's going to be 2 runs. So that is a double. And Boone knocks in 2 to give the California Angels a 2-1 lead. So the old timer, I got to erase that hit and run. So Big Bob Boone drives one to the gap. Mosby could not catch up to it, and he knocks in 2. Good base running by Brian Downey. And Boone on second base. And Piccolo's going to bat from the right side. He's a 2-11 hitter. Corners are in again. Havoc. Nothing doing. Here comes the pitch. That was a foul tip, in case you're wondering. And that's going to be a 6-4. Right side, 6-4. As the ground ball is short. Picked up by Tony Fernandez. He'll hold Boone at second. And that's 1 away. 1 down. Here comes Gary Pettis. Pettis popped up to the catcher his first time up. Switch hitter, batting from the left side. Yes, Barbara. I'm a New Yorker. How can you tell? I know. But tell me, how do you know that? All right. Alexander from the stretch. Checks second base. Boone takes a little bit of a lead. They're not holding him straight up. Where are you from? Here comes the Havoc. Where about, Barbara? I'm from Brooklyn myself. I'm from the Gravesend section of Brooklyn. What section were you from? All right, so I did the Havoc. Pettis. Switch hitter, 0 for 1. Oh, okay. Park Slope. Or Bay Ridge. Pettis batting from the left side. And here comes the pitch. Alexander did the Havoc already. Nothing doing. 1 out, runner on second. And that's going to be a 1-6. Oh, 59th and 13. You actually you were a few, yeah, Borough Park, right? You were a few blocks away from where my wife was born. She was born on 60. She was born and raised on 13th Avenue, 65th Street, 60. I'm trying to get my bearings. 65 was where Regina Padres was. 64th and 13th. Yeah, all Brooklyn Knights. We all moved a lot. Let me see. 1-6. Pettis. 1-6, and he's gonna swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Doyle Alexander gets his first strikeout. And that is 2 away. And Bobby Gritch will stand to the plate. I got you. Smart move, Barbara. PA. Can't go wrong with Pennsylvania, that's for sure. Smart move. Yeah. What high school did you go to? Did you go to New Utrecht? No, I'm a lefty. I am a lefty. Natural born lefty. Bobby Gritch stands in from the right side. He's 1 for 1 in the game. And here comes the havoc roll as soon as I get it out of my hand. Nothing doing. Alexander from the stretch. That's a foul tip. And here comes the pitch to Bobby Gritch. It's going to be a 2-7. 2-7, and that's going to be grounded to the right side. And the first baseman, Upshaw, will glove it, and he'll take it to the bag himself on assisted 3. And that'll do it for the California Angels here in the second inning. Nothing but 2 runs for them on a big Bob Boone double to drive in 2. And they got, 3 hits? And they leave 1 on. So we play 2 here at the Big A. It is the Blue Jays 1, California Angels 2. We'll go to the third as soon as we can. All right, we'll go to the top of the third inning. And Ernie Witt will stand in. He's a left-handed batter, batting .264 in the replay. Mike Witt looks in, gets assigned by Boone. And it's going to be a 3-12. 3-12 from the right side, and that's going to be a ground ball to the right side. Schooner's going to scoop it. And he fires to first base for the first out, 1 away. And Alfredo Griffin will stand in, the second baseman, batting .226 on the season. Switch hitter, he's batting from the left side. And Mike Witt comes in, and he gets a 4-9 on him. 4-9. What am I doing? Left side, 4-9, and that's going to be a base hit into left field. That's a 1-out single for Alfredo Griffin. Griffin is not a big base stealer, and he needs a 4 and a 6 to get an 18. Let's do the calculation. So that's a -5 off that 18. It's a 13. He's going to get 2 more, and that's going to be a 15. We're going to go for it. We're going to go for it. He needs a 4 through 6 to get the jump. And the jump. And that is a 7, so he does not get the jump. I'll mark it. He doesn't get the jump. That's my mark, that he didn't get the jump. All right, back number is a 12. He's going to go down to an 8, and he's going to be a 50%er. He was a 75%er, but now he's a 50%er. So I'm not going to do nothing. Collins batting from the left side. He's 0 for 1 in. He's 0 for 1 in the game. Flew out to left field his first time up. Here comes the havoc roll. Nothing doing with the havoc. There's 1 out, and the pitch. And that's going to be a 5-5. 5-5 from the left side, and that's going to be a called strike 3. Collins goes down on strikes. That's the second strikeout for Mike Witt, 2 away. And here comes Tony Fernandez. Tony Fernandez, batting from the left side, 0 for 1 in the game. Witt from the stretch checks Griffin, who's being held on. Here comes the Havoc. And that's nothing doing on the Havoc. Here comes the pitch. That goes down as a 1-6. 1-6 from the right side. Split chance on a 1 on a single. That's an 18, and it's a line drive out to second base. Bobby Grich right there to glove it. And that'll take care of the inning for the Blue Jays here in the third. We played 2.5 here in California. Blue Jays 1, Angels 2. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Bottom of the third, it'll be Freddie Lynn, Reggie Jackson, and Doug DeSensei. All right, Frank, take it easy. He is pitching very well. We're going to try to get him to 14-0. Pressure's on me. And Alexander on the bump. Freddie Lynn will stand in. Batting from the left side, Lynn is 1 for 1. Singled his last time up. And that's going to be a 5-6. 5-6 from the left side, and that's a 5-6 fly ball to left field. Collins moving in, makes the catch, 1 away. Five, 6 lefty. Here comes Hot Dog Jackson. Jackson flew out to center his last time up. Alexander looks in. And that's going to be a 3-5. Right side, 3-5, a split on a triple. On a 1, that's a 7. He's not going to get it. That's a high fly ball to right field, going back for his bell towards the gap. And on the run, he makes the catch. If he doesn't grab that ball, Reggie Jackson possibly would have had a triple on that. And I'm going to call it a great play. So 2 down. And step into the right side of the batter's box. What was the number now? Damn it. Timeout. You got a timeout. All right. So 2 away. DeSensei. Stand in, batting from the right side. And the conversations are really going in the room. That's a good thing. Okay, DeSensei 0 for 1, grounded out his first time up. He goes 6-4. Right side, 6-4. Right side, and that's in between a whole lot. That's a ground ball to the left side. Piccolo goes towards the hole, gloves it, turns, fires, and nails him. And that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Doyle Alexander. All right, we go to the fourth. And it's going to be Mosby, Upshaw, and Willie Aikens. Willie Aikens, Lloyd Mosby batting from the left side. He's 0 for 1, flew out to center field his first time up. And the pitch. That's a 2-9. 2-9 from the right side. That's going to be a swing and a miss, and Lloyd Mosby strikes out for Witt's third strikeout of the game. 1 away, and here comes yeah, that does sound good. 50 degrees, yeah, why not? I'll take that. We're going to get out of this tundra, hopefully, soon. All right, so 1 away. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be a 3-5. 3-5 from the right side, ground ball to the right side. Grich picks it up. with ease, throws to first, and that's 2 away. Here comes Willie Akins. Akins is 0 for 1. A range play fly ball to left field. And the pitch. That's going to be a 4-5. Left side, 4-5, and that's going to be a called strike 3. And Mike Witt picks up 2 strikeouts here in the inning. That's number 4 on the night. And that takes care of the Blue Jays here in the 4th. 3.5 in the books. Blue Jays, Angels. Angels holding on to a 2-1 lead. All right, so we go to the bottom of the 4th, and Darryl Schooners will lead it off. He is 1 for 1 in the game. And here comes the pitch. 1-3. From the right side, and that's going to be ballpark. Ballpark's 3s, and that's an 18. He's not going to get it. 1-3, and that's going to be a fly ball to right field, I call it. As I see it on the card, I do not do line drives out to short or second base. I feel that the game has too many of that, too many line drives. And I call it where the ballpark indicator says, and that's to the right field. Brian Downing batting from the right side, 1 for 1 on a range play single. And that's going to be a 1-5. 1-5 from the right side, and that's going to be a solid base hit into center field. So Brian Downing is 2 for 2. 2 for 2. Not much of a threat to steal a base. And they're going to play off of him, obviously. And there comes Bob Boone. Bob Boone doubled, 2 RBIs. And he's looking to take advantage of it right here. So Bob Boone, Doyle Alexander, trailing 2-1 here in the 4th inning. He'll pitch from the stretch. And we go havoc. Nothing doing. And here comes the pitch. Time for a DP. Let's see. And that's going to be a 3-9. 3-9, and there's your double play. Ground ball to short. Fernandez picks it up, tosses over to Griffin. Griffin to Upshur, and that'll do it. Let me just make sure. 3-9, and that's a shortstop double play A. So it goes down as a 6-4-3, and that'll take care of the Angels here in the 4th. And we played 4. It is the Angels 2, Blue Jays 1. We'll go to the 5th. Actually, Barbara, it was 66th Street that she grew up on, and 13th. Right next door to Regina Padres. That's where we got married. And her grandmother was the cook for the parish in that church. I don't know if you went to that church or not. Top of the 5th inning. And a 2-1 game. And it's going to be George Bell. Bell hit a solo shot in the 2nd inning. And he has 2 home runs in the series. And that goes down as a 4-6. Right side, and that's going to be a called strike 3. And that's 2 in a row. 3 out of the last 4 batters for Mike Witt. Witt on the strikeouts. That's strikeout number 5. And here comes Rance Mulligans. He struck out swinging himself. 1 away. Oh, okay. St. Francis. Okay, got you. That's going to be a 3-7. 3-7 from the right side on a split, 1-15 on a single. That's an 18. Not going to get it. It's a line shot to the right side, and the second baseman, Bobby Grich, right there to glove it for the out. 2 away. 2 down, and Ernie Witt will stand to the plate. Witt is 0 for 1. Man, what was that? 18. 0 for 1. Ernie Witt batting from the left side. Witt looks in, gets a sign by Boone. And he delivers a 4-5 left side, and that's going to be a called strike 3. And again, Mike Witt strikes out 2 in the inning, 6 on the night, and that takes care of the Blue Jays here in the 5th. We're halfway through. The Blue Jays won, and the California Angels 2. Well, the Blue Jays aren't hitting tonight, that's for sure. Only 2 hits, and the last 2 innings they haven't gotten anything. And Piccolo will start it off here for the California Angels. 0 for 1 in the game. Alexander looks in, gets a sign by Ernie Witt. And here comes the pitch. Goes down as a 2-11. 2-11 from the right side. That's a ground ball to the right side. Upshaw is going to glove it. He's going to flip to Alexander, and that is 1 away. 1 down. Gary Pettis will stand in from the left side. He's 0 for 2, struck out his last time up. Alexander looks in, gets the sign, and he delivers. That's going to be 3-6. Right side, and in between a pair of walks. That's going to be a swing and a miss, and Pettis strikes out for the 2nd time. And that is strikeout number, not too many for Doyle. That's number 2. So 2 away. And here comes Bobby Grich. Bobby Grich, 1 for 2. Grounded out his last time up. And that's going to be a 3-12 from the right side. And that's going to be a solid base hit into right field. There's a 2-out single for Bobby Grich here in the 5th inning. Let's see. Not a base stealer per se. Is it 13? 13 on a -5, so you can forget that, Jack. Not going to do it. And we're going to let Freddie Lynn bat. He's 1 for 2 in the game. 1 for 2. Flew out to left field his last time up. Bobby Grich is going to take a nice lead. He's not being held on. They're playing straight up. Here comes the havoc. And there's a wild pitch. Wild pitch for Alexander is a 1. Wild pitch roll. And that's a 5. No wild pitch. Here comes the pitch. And that's going to go as a 4-4. Could be a catcher thing. 4-4 left side. Nope, it's going to be ballpark. Ballpark tonight. 3s from the left and the right. That's a 15. So that's a 4-4 from the left side. That's a fly ball to right field. Bell moving over towards the line. And he's going to make that catch. And that'll do it for the Cal Angels here in the 5th inning. So no runs. There was 1 hit. And they leave 1. We played 5 here at the Big A. It is the Angels 2 and the Blue Jays 1. The Blue Jays down by a run. They're down by a run, and Alfredo Griffin is going to lead it off for the Blue Jays. He's 1 for 1. He singled his last time up and only time up. Mike Witt looks in, and Witt has now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, has now 5 strikeouts out of the last 8 batters. And that's going to be a 2-5. 2-5 from the right side. Not this time. It's going to be a split on a double on a 1. That's an 8. He's not going to get it. It's going to be nicely cut off by Pettis in right center field. And he'll hold Griffin to a single. Nice play by Pettit, cutting it off very nicely. He does have speed. One of the best outfielders during the 1984 season. You can get to them. He knows how to track them down. Oh, okay. Griffith is an 18 on a 4 through 6. No, actually, it's a 4 and a 6. And let's see what we got. 18 knocked down -5. It's going to knock it down. So he's going to be a 15. We're going to see if we can get the jump again Alfredo Griffith. Corners are going to come in for Dave Collins, that's for sure. Of course, he does have that B bunt there. And I want to see if we can get the jump. Yeah, I'm thinking about this. And it's a 7. He doesn't get the jump. All right, so that's the second time for Alfredo Griffin. He does not get that jump. Corners are going to be in. Dave Collins. Yeah, well, you got to be. All right, so Collins. Dice hit the floor. Have to pick it up. All right, I picked it up. All right, so Dave Collins comes to Havoc. And that's a 12, nothing doing on the Havoc. Mike Witt from the stretch looks at first, looks in, and here comes the pitch to Dave Collins. And that's going to be a 3-4. 3-4 from the right side. And he plucks him. He hit batter, so that's not good. That's not good, California. We're only asking for trouble with things like that. That's number 1. So Griffin will march down to second base. Collins on first. Here comes Tony Fernandez. Corners are going to be in again. And well, you can. Let me see. Let's see. Double 12. 12 minus the 5 knocks it down to 7. You really want to go 45% on Alfredo Griffin? I mean, you're going to throw an out away. If he doesn't make it, Collins automatically makes it. You really want to go from 1 to 9? No, I didn't think so. I didn't think so, Sean. All right, so what am I thinking here? So the corners are in. Tony Fernandez bunting goes to a D. His hit and run goes to an A. Oof. Let me see. Looking at the A now on a hit and run. Should I move the runners on a hit and run? I know, Kev. I know that. Let's see. Tony Fernandez is tough to double up. Very tough. I'm going to swing away. I'm going to swing away with Tony Fernandez. So Mike Witt from the stretch. Looks at Griffin at second. Corners are in. The sensei and Schooners is in. Here comes a Havoc. Nothing doing. And here comes the pitch. And that's going to be a 1-6. Right side. Single. Split on a single on a 1. That's a 19. It's a shot down the right side to second base. Gritch is going to glove it for the out. 1 away. He hit it hard. He hit it on the screws, but he couldn't come away with anything. And here comes Lloyd Mosby. He's going to pass the buck to Lloyd, who struck out looking his last time up. And is 0 for 2, batting from the left side. Oh, boy. Come on. Yeah. All right. So that doesn't count. That's a foul tip, in case you're wondering. Mosby, here comes the Havoc. And nothing doing there. Here comes the pitch. Foul tip. And that's a 110. Should have had it ready. I didn't. 110 from the right side. And that's going to be a diamond shot. And Lloyd is a lefty. And it's a 1-18. And that's a 7. And that's a 3-run homer. Lloyd Mosby goes yard in right center field. Yes, indeed. And that'll bring home 2 runs. Mosby is center field. That's an 8. That's an 8. Hit batter comes all the way around. And Mosby gives the Blue Jays a 4-2 lead. And that is the second home run from Mike Witt, giving it up. All right, so he could go 7 innings, but he has given up 4 runs. That's a big one. I got to check the home runs from the Toronto Blue Jays, Lloyd Mosby. And that is number 18 on the season. 18 on the replay. And he had 18, so it all depends what other games are playing and how they're playing it. And 18, he already matched his season high in real life on 18. So here comes Willie Upshaw. So Mike Witt looks in, gets signed by Boom. They do. And that's going to be 1-5. 1-5 from the right side. That's going to be a base hit. And now the bullpen is going to start stirring for the California Angels. That is hit number 3. Willie Upshaw is a 16 on a 4-5. Drops him down to an 11, 12, 13. And we have 1 out. Well, Willie Aikens, the batter. I the hell with it. Let's see if we get it. He needs a 4-5. And that's a 6. So Willie Aikens does not get the jump. Upshaw does not get the jump. Aikens 0 for 2, struck out his last time up. And here comes the Havoc. Nothing doing. And the pitch. 6-8. Left side, 6-8. And that's going to be a split on a 1-5. That is a 1, and that's going to find the gap. And that's going to be a double for Willie Aikens. And there's second and third now. And here comes the pitching coach. He's going to have a little chat. Mike Witt here in the 6th inning. Mike Witt has given up 1, 2, 3, 4 hits already. Second and third, number 5. Number 5. And George Bell. Still 1 out. And now the infield is coming in. And that's what they're talking about. They're talking about George Bell, what we're going to do when we got an open base. So they're going to intentionally walk Bell, and now we got the bases loaded. Blue Jays. And Rance Mulligan's is set to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He is 0 for 2, and they can definitely double him up. 1 out. You got Upshaw on third, Aikens on second, Bell on first. As soon as I intentionally walk him. Rance Mulligan is 0 for 2. He lined it out his last time up. Mike Witt from the stretch. The Angels are playing for the double play. They're playing back. Here comes the Havoc. Not that, but that. Nothing on the Havoc. And now here comes the pitch. Oh, that's a 3-2. 3-deuce. Left side, high fly ball to center field. Pettis moving back. Wait a minute. I read it wrong. Went to the pitcher's card. 3-deuce, right side. And that's going to be a line out to second base for the Max. And it's a 4-5 put out. As who was on third, Upshaw was leaning, and they nail him at third base. So let me see how I'm going to mark this. It's a line out. 3 deuce, second base, line out, and 4, 5, put out. That'll be DP in the market, and the inning is over. So for the Blue Jays here in the 6th inning, they get 3 runs on 4 hits, and they leave 2 on. We played 5.5 here at the Big A. It's the Blue Jays 4 and the Angels 2. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. So what's their record, Barbara? All right, bottom of the 6th we go. And it's going to be, excuse me, it's going to be Reggie Jackson for the Angels. Jackson flew out to right field his last time up. 0 for 2 in the game. Batting from the left side, Alexander goes 4-12. 4-12 from the left side, and that's a diamond shot for Reggie. Let's see if he gets it. Left side is an 18. That's a 1. It's so long. He got all of that into the right field stands, and Jackson comes away with a home run. And now the score is 4-3 in favor of the Blue Jays. Let's check Jackson now. I should have printed these sheets out. I don't know why I didn't. But I got to keep on going to the I'll do that the next time I play a game. All right, so Jackson just slows things down. I should have the paper right in front of me. All right, so the hot dog hits number 15 on the season. 15 on the season, and now it's a 4-3 game. Well, I'll tell you the truth, Sean, here in New Jersey, they close down pretty early themselves here, at 9:30 maybe, 10 o'clock. You know, that's what they do here. Yeah. Well, there's always your franchise pizzerias, you know, like Pizza Hut, Domino's. There's a place in Canada too called Nova Pizza or Pizza Nova. I forget what it was called. I asked somebody if they knew the place that lived in Canada, and they said they never heard of it. Meanwhile, the Toronto Blue Jays have advertisements behind the home plate, and we still never heard of it. Yeah. All right, so Doug the Sensei just saw that by Reggie Jackson, and now he's going to try to go back-to-back with Jackson. He's 0 for 2. We grounded out to short. In between a whole lot the last time, so he just missed the hit. Doyle Alexander looks in and gets a sign, and he goes 6-5. 6-5 on the right side. That's going to be a split on a triple, 1-18. And that is an 18. And he's going to find the gap where Mosby slips and falls, and it goes over his head. The Sensei rounded second. He's heading for third, and he's going to go in standing up. Stand-up triple for Doug the Sensei. How many did he have in real life? Well, he had 3. He had 3, so 90 feet away. Darryl Schooners is 1 for 2. Flew out to right field his last time up. Batting from the left side. Runner on third. Infield is now going to come in. Going to come in with the infield. I don't think so, Frank. I think I'm going to go a little further south. Anyway, actually, I've been talking to a guy on TikTok when he does his live pizzeria shots, and I asked him if he was near you, and he says he was like maybe an hour and a half away from you. I forgot the town that he was from. Anyway, as soon as waiting for his pitch, here comes the Havoc. Not that one, but this one. And as soon as that's a foul tip. No, that's not a foul tip. That's subject to change. It doesn't. 5-9. 5-9, left side. Let's see what we got. We got a called strike 3, and Doyle Alexander picks up a strikeout. That is number 3 for him on the night. Alexander trying to get out of this inning, leading by a run. Here comes Brian Downing. Brian Downing's 2 for 2, rather. Not 0 for 2. Brian Downing from the right side with a runner on third base. Here comes the Havoc. And nothing doing on the Havoc. Here comes the pitch to Brian Downing, who's 2 for 2. That's going to be a 1-8. 1-8 from the right side, and that's going to be a split on a home run for Brian Downing on a 12, and that is a 6. And this ball is going, and it is gone. A 2-run homer, and the Angels take the lead back 5-4. Brian Downing. The sensei touches the plate, and it is number 7 that got the RBI. The left fielder, it's 5-4 now, and let's check Brian Downing's numbers. Let me see. Brian Downing. That's number 14 on the season for Brian Downing. 14, and that's 2 homers and a triple. And the Blue Jays are getting the bullpen up. And 1 out, so Alexander now losing this game. Here comes Boone. And I guess Sean is rooting for the Tootin' Toronto Blue Jays because he is from Canada. Rootin' Tootin' Blue Jays, and that's a 6-4. Right side, 6-4, in between a whole lot, and that's going to be a ground ball to the left side. Fielded by Fernandez. He throws to first, and that is out number 2. Excuse me. Piccolo from the right side. And what are you now? I remember watching their first game. I believe it was on ESPN. I'm not that sure. But I know I watched it, and it was freezing that day. I says, how can they play baseball in that weather? Sleet, rain, chilly, wind, it had everything. What did I say? 3-7. Right side, ground ball again to Tony Fernandez. He gloves it. He throws to first, and that'll take care of the inning, but not before the Angels get 3 runs on a pair of home runs. A solo shot by Jackson, 2-run homer by Brian Downing, and the Angels take back the lead 5-4. We'll go to the 7th. He should be. Things are getting a little hairy. All right, so Ernie Witt's going to lead it off for the Blue Jays here in the 7th inning. And the pitch. 1-5. Right side, and that's going to be a solid base hit into center field. So Ernie Witt gets a leadoff single here. And he's not a great base stealer, but it's the 7th inning, and the corners are coming in. Corners are going to come in for Alfredo Griffin. He's an A bunter. And that'll move him to a B. A hit and run is going to be an A. Witt does not have that great speed. B on the bunt. A on the hit and run. I'm going to let him swing. Let him swing away. Corners are in. I kind of thought that. Sean. Thank you. Brian Downing did have a good career, for sure. I think I played a game back in the day, if I remember correctly. He had 3 home runs, 2 for grand slammers, and a 2-run homer. I think he had 10 RBIs that day. Could have been a solo shot. I can't remember, but I know he had that. Not before the Havoc. Here comes the Havoc. And nothing doing with the Havoc. Here comes the pitch by Witt. And that's going to go down as I should have had it ready. I didn't. 6-5. Left side. 6-5. Ground ball to short. On a range play. Pick is a 4, so that's going to be possibly trouble. 1 through 6 off the 20. Let's see. And so 14, he's going to glove it for G2. He's going to get the force out at least. A 12. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Ground ball to Pick. He goes to Gritch for 1. Over the screen is not in time. We'll mark it as a fielder's choice. And what did I say? 6-4 is the out. So we got a better base runner on base right now. And that's in the name of Alfredo Griffin. He has attempted to steal twice and did not get the jump. But he's going to get his 3rd attempt now. 18. 18 has a -5 is a 13 plus 2 is a 15. Let's see if he can get the jump this time. And I'm taking chances here, but 75%, I think I like it. And it's a 3. And he does not get the jump. 4 and a 6. So he does not get the jump. And Collins is going to swing away here. What's his back number? 12 down to an 8. It goes down to a 50%. And not going to do that either. Here comes Collins. Let's see what Collins could do. He's 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch the last time up. And let's see if he can get right back at him. Mike Witt looks in, gets the sign. Havoc, nothing doing. Pitch. 4-7. Didn't have it ready again. 4-7. 4-7, left side, and that's going to be a walk. And that will march Griffin over to second base. A walk. And I think, yeah, that's it for, that is it for Mike Witt. My tabletop rules are 10 hits, and you are out of here. And I didn't see that. And now we just walked the man, and he just walked the Scrungili. And he has 1st and 2nd, and we're going to go to the bullpen, and this call to the bullpen means a break. I'll be right back. All right, so California's going to the bullpen. It's going to be Don Ossie is going to come in for Mike Witt. We got a break. I'm going to do a little bit of homework. Ossie is 0.56 ERA. He's having a good year so far. He is 0-1-4. 0-1 and 4 on the season. All right, let's go to Mike Witt. He goes 6 1/3. Gave up 10 hits. He has walked 2, struck out 5. And he's responsible for the 2 runners that are on base. I can't close him out yet. But Don Ossie is going to take charge. And Tony Fernandez is going to be the batter. With first and second, and 1 out. And Ossie's the right-hand pitcher. He comes in on the replay. I just said it, didn't I? All right, so forget about that. All right, so Tony Fernandez batting to the left side. With first and second, I got Griffin on second, Collins on first. Good speed on the bases. There's 1 out. Tony Fernandez is 0 for 3 in the game. Havoc. Nothing doing. Nothing doing. Ossie looks in. Boone gives him the sign. Here comes the pitch. And my mouth is so totally dehydrated right now. 6-5. 6-5, and that's strikeout looking. So Ossie comes in with a big strikeout. And Lloyd Mosby is going to step to. Wait a minute. What's going on? Did I read it wrong? 6-5. Tony Fernandez. 6-5 left side. What am I reading wrong? It's a strikeout. Let me do it. Hold on a second. The prop. Oh, I know why. I didn't make the change, damn it. Son of a bitch. Let me see. I didn't make the change. I got to put Ossie in for Witt. And now we could go 6-5. Right. Okay. Got it. Squared away. Thank you. All right. Mosby, home run his last time up. 3-run jack. He has 2 runners on base now. Here in the 7th inning. Toronto Blue Jays trail by a run. You got Griffin on second. Collins on first. Mosby with 2 outs. Ossie looks in. And the Havoc. Nothing doing on the Havoc. Here comes the pitch to Lloyd. And that's going to be 1-8 on the right side. Holy crap, right between everything. And it's a ground ball to first base, picked up by Schooners, and he is going to flip to Don Ossie, and that'll do it. Yep, a split on a 7 was a triple-double. Didn't get it. Split on a 9, double-single. Didn't get it. Ground ball. It's an easy out. And that takes care of the Blue Jays with 2 runners on. No runs on 1 hit. And there were 2 left over. And we played 6 1/2. It's 7th inning stretch here at the Big A. It's the Blue Jays 4 and the Angels 5. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. It's coming out for the bottom of the 7th inning. He can go 8 innings. So sometimes when you're playing today's teams, it's hard to imagine seeing an 8 there. And it was an 8. Let me see. I just want to make sure that the Blue Jays got 7 hits. They got 6. And they did get 1 here. And that is 7. That is correct. So, okay. So we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's going to be For the Angels, it's going to be Pettis, Grich, and Lynn here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Doyle Alexander, 13-0, looking for his 14th straight, and right now he is trailing. Pettis, batting from the left side, is 0 for 3 in the game, and that's going to be a 4-6. 4-6 from the left side, and that's a line drive out to first base, gloved by Upshaw. And they kept Pettis off the base paths all night tonight. That's a good thing for the Blue Jays. Here comes Bobby Grich, 2 for 3 in the game. 6-7. Right side, that's a split on a 12 on a single. That's a 6. That's a base hit. That's the 3rd hit for Bobby Grich in this game. 6-7 on a 12. So Grich, not a great base stealer. 1 man on. That is a 6. All right. We go to Freddie Lynn. Fred Lynn is 1 for 3. He flew out on a ballpark fly ball to right field. Lynn batting from the left side. Grich takes a nice lead. Not going to be held on. Blue Jays playing straight up. Here comes the havoc. Nothing doing. Lynn's pitch. 5-7. 5-7 from the right side. Oh, in between a whole lot. Lynn did not get it. It's a high fly ball to center field. Wait a minute. Did I read it wrong? Oh, yeah, I'm reading it wrong. I'm going to Lynn's card. It's a 5-7 left side. It's going to be a split on a double on an 18. That's a 12. He's going to find the gap. Grich is rounded second. He's headed for third. Third base coach is going to hold him up, and there it is. It's a double for Freddie Lynn on the pitcher's card. And that is second and third, batter number 3. And Doyle Alexander is starting to phase out here. Let me see. I think that's it for him. Yep, that's going to be it. And Jim Aker can get the boys out. I'm going to go with Aker here. Aker's coming in, and this is a call to the bullpen. We'll be back. Jack Aker is for an ERA of 4.30. And he comes in at 1, 1, and 1 on the season. All right, so Alexander, well, he's on the losing side of this, and it looks like 6 1/3. He gave up 12 hits, too much for me. I should have got him out of the game earlier. Once he gave up that 3rd hit, a 10th hit rather. So my bad. I'm sorry. ERA. And that'll do it. So Jack Aker takes the rubber on the bump, and he's looking to get out of a little bit of a jam. All right, we got Reggie Jackson, and there is 1 out, and Jackson did pop a home run to lead off in the 6th. We got an open base, and I'm going to load him up with 1 out and see if we can get the double play. So Jackson gets intentionally walked. And it's going to be Doug DeSensei, who tripled his last time up. Infield is coming in. So, and I didn't do it on the computer, and I need to do that. And who did I bring in? I brought in Jack. And now we're set to go. All right, so here's the deal. We got one out here in the bottom of the seventh. California leads at 5-4. We got bases not loaded yet. Hold on a second. And Jackson's going to be put on. And the infield is still going to be in, but I think I think I'm going to drop them back. Let me see, Dr. Sensei. Yeah, I'm going to try to drop. I'm going to drop them back. I'm not going infield in here. And that's the way we're going to go with Dr. Sensei. Dr. Sensei could definitely get into a hit into double play with 2 outs. You got bases loaded. Rich on third, Lynn on second, Jackson on first. Akers, the new pitcher. He looks in. He's pitching from the stretch. Dr. Sensei batting from the right side of the plate. Ernie Witt gives him the sign. Here comes the Havoc. And nothing doing on the Havoc. Thank God for that. It's a wild pitch is a 15 off of Akers' card. Here comes the pitch. And that's going to be a 5-6 right side. And that's called strike 3. And the Sensei doesn't get it done. He looks at strike 3, and that is the first strikeout for Aker. So we got 2 down now. And Schooners is going to bat. Struck out his last time up, 1 for 3 in the game. Aker looks in, gets the sign by Ernie Witt. Well, he did. He got the strikeout, and he got the strikeout on his card. And he needed that. Keep the Blue Jays wild pitch, not on that one, but on this one. And we still have the bases loaded. Aker looks in, gets a sign by Witt, looking to get out of this inning for Doyle Alexander. The pitch, 4-6. 4-6 on the left side, and that's a high fly ball to right field. Bell is circling underneath it, and he makes the catch, and Aker does his job. No runs on 2 hits and 3 left on. We played 7 here at the Big A here in California. It's the Blue Jays 4 and the Angels 5. We'll go to the top of the 8th inning now. And Willie Upshaw, Akins, and Bell. Blue Jays down by a run. Okay, we go to the top of the 8th inning. Willie Upshaw batting from the left side. Single his last time up. Ashley looks in, gets the sign by Boone. And he goes 3-3. 3-3, and that's tapped right back to Don Ossie. He goes to first base, and that's 1 away. 1 down, and Willie Akins doubled his last time up, 1 for 3 in the game. The pitch, 112. 112, and that's a hit by pitch. And Willie Akins is going to march down to first base. What are we thinking here? We're thinking get somebody with some speed in case he hits a gapper. And let's see who we're going to bring in. Well, their top speed guy is God Org. He's at 13. Jesse Barfield's at 13. And, yeah, Jesse Barfield's going to run for Willie Mays Akins. So we got a pinch runner. And he goes in as a pinch runner. And he's going to be the DH. So Barfield will take over in first base. Barfield. Excuse me. All right, so Barfield is on first base as a pinch runner. And let's see, he is an 18. 18 minus 5 is 13. It's a 15. I need some bench coaches. What do you want to do? Down by a run. One out, a runner on first base. Willie Mays Aikens, Mikey. Yes, he is. What do you want to do here, Frankie? See if you get the jump. With George Bell at the plate. If he steals, definitely gotta. Well, you don't like to put the lead run on. Bell at the plate. Aikens. Barfield. What was the purpose? Getting better running speed. It's going to be held on, so running speed is going to be at a 13. Okay, so we're going to go with a pitch here. Don Ossie from the stretch looks in, gets a sign by Boone. George Bell looks in. He hit his 13th home run in the second inning on a solo shot. Now he has Barfield on first. Here comes the havoc. And nothing doing. Here comes the pitch to George Bell. Foul tip and out of play. And now the pitch. That's a 4-5. I didn't have it ready. 4-5. Damn it. Right side, 4-5. And that's going to be a double down the left field line. And we did have the right man with the speed. Let me see. It's a solid double for Bell. And Barfield with a 13. He was being held on. So the outfield is on. Who did I say? It was the center fielder. He's a plus. No, left fielder. My bad. He's a +1. That's Brian Downing. And he was being held on. So it squares away 113. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're sending him around. Third base coach is looking at him. Barfield is rounded second. He's heading for third. The third base coach is going to give him the green light on a 1-13. The throw to the plate by Brian Downing. And it's offline, and he's going to score. I didn't say cut. So let me see. Bell is a 14. What did I do here? Okay, so it is a 5-5 game. That was a big double, and I got the right man in. I guess, what's his name? Willie Aikens would have scored on that on 8. Was the throw, the 20 was so low, but I would have held him. I would have never went with him. So he did make the right move, and Mr. Barfield comes all the way around on that double. On that double, Bell's a right fielder. That's a 9. And now the Blue Jays have a runner on second base in the name of George Bell. We got a 5-5 game. Rance Mulligan stands into the plate. He is 0 for 3 in the game. I see. How many innings can he go? He could go 3. Rance batting from the left side. Havoc. Nothing doing. Pitch. 2-4. 2-4, and that's a slow ground ball hit to the right side. Schooner's going to pick it up, and he'll take it to the bag himself. And Bell will march down to third. Number 7. All right, so 2 down. Ernie Witt will stand to the plate with a runner on third base. Blue Jays looking to take this lead. 5-5 is your score. Bottom of the top of the 8th inning, rather. And the Havoc, nothing doing. And here comes the play. Here comes the pitch. 3-4. 3-4, and that's going to be ballpark. And ballparks are very low threes, and that's a 9. So he's not going to get the job done. That's a 3-4. Well, looking at the wrong side again. 3-4 is a pop up to first base. Schooners is calling for it, and he makes the catch for the out. And that'll take care of the top of the 8th inning. But the Blue Jays do come up with a run. 1 out hit batter. Bell doubles, and he scores in Barfield, who is now the DH. 1 run on 1 hit. And 1 man left on. And we are 7.5 in the books, and it's the Blue Jays 5, Angels 5. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. 5-5. All right. Brian Downing here in the 8th inning. 5-5 is the score. Brian Downing's 3 for 3. He hit his 14th home run, his last at bat. A 2-run jack. And here comes the pitch by Jack Aker. And that's going to be a 3-3. Right side ground ball to first base, and it's going to be picked up by Willie Upshaw. And he flips to Jack Aker, and there is 1 down. Bob Boone. Booney is 1 for 3. Grounded out his last time up. And he goes 5-8. Right side 5-8. Oh, that's a called strike 3. Ossie gets a strikeout. That is strikeout number 2. I mean, Aker gets a strikeout. That's strikeout number 2. Here comes Pick. Pick is 0 for 3. And the pitch, 6-8. Right side, that's a split, and that's a 15 on a double. That's a 19. It's going to be nicely cut off by Mosby, and he gets the ball in, and a whole Piccolo to a single. 2-out single. Not a base stealer at all. What did I say? Pettis. Pettis is 0 for 4. And that is a double. That's a 2-out double for Pick. That is a 2-out double. I thought, let me read that again. 6-8 on a 13 from the right side. Why did I read? Oh, it couldn't have been that. So that is right. It is a double. My bad. I read the call wrong. And Mosby did not cut it off. Pick gets the second on a double. And with 2 outs. And they're not going to hold him. All right, so 2 outs. Pettis the batter. So he is 0 for 4. Lined out to first base his last time up. Do a little shake and bake here. And the havoc. And that's a wild pitch. And that's a 15 on him. And it's a 4. It's a wild pitch. So Pick will go to third base on a wild pitch. A little weary that another wild pitch could back this up. And I've seen it before, and I've done it before. I could just tell that this could be a. How did that happen? Hold on, guys. Right. And okay. All right, so he's on third base and on that wild pitch, and we're going to go for another wild pitch. So I hope the 20 die is not magnetized to the number one number. Well, let's see what happens. Pick taking a nice lead off third base. They're not holding him. Here comes the wild pitch. Nothing doing, and here comes the pitch to Gary Pettis with 2 outs. And he goes 3-4. 3-4, and that's gonna be ballpark on a 5, and the ballparks tonight are 3, so that's a 3-4 fly ball to right field, and that'll take care of the inning here in the 8th. So the Angels were 90 feet from taking the lead, but failed to do so. We played 8 innings here at Anaheim. It is the Blue Jays 5 and the Angels 5. All right. No runs. And 1 hit. And we are going to the 9th. Let me just check. I see. Home team. Sanchez. All right. Let me just see something on the Angels. Let me see. Colbert for Colbert. Sanchez. He is 11 saves. And he gets 2 innings. Colbert could go 3. Very strong with the lefties. And let me see what the California. California. Let me see. Colbert, 6-6-3 with 2.55. Looking for Sanchez. He looks like he is the closer. Luis Sanchez, 2-6-1 with a 2.51. And we got Bruce Keeson, 10.57. He's getting beat up a little bit. Kaufman, 4.57. So my best chances are with Colbert and Sanchez. So do I live with Ozzie? He still has no fatigue. How many innings? Blue Jays came in the 7th. He's 1 2/3, so he's very strong. He's not done yet, so we'll just keep an eye on him. Alfredo Griffin's going to lead it off here in the top of the 9th inning. We got a 5-5 game. Alfredo is 2 for 3 in the game. And the pitch, and it's going to be a 4-9. 4-9 left side, and that's a walk, and that's not good. Not good at all. That's a leadoff walk for the Blue Jays. And Alfredo Griffin was denied 3 jumps. Ossie's a 1. Sanchez is a +3. Colbert's a -1. And that's going to do it. The leadoff walk does it. And we're going to have a call to the bullpen. And it's going to be Doug Colbert. is going to be coming in. We got a break. Corbett. B-E-double-T. Right-hander. Yep. Right-hander. Let's see what he does in the replay. Let's shut this thing down again. Unbelievable. Angels. Doug Herbert. 255. Comes in at 6'6". I'm pretty sure he started a few games. And 3 saves. Check information. Yeah, these games go a little longer than usual. I see goes 1 2/3. 1 2/3. Gives up 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Can't close the book on him yet. I can on Mike Witt. 4 runs, 4 earned runs. Okay, so Doug Corbett's coming in. And he's finishing up his warm-ups, and the batter will be Doug Collins with 1 on. And the reason why I brought him in, because he has a -1 hold. So let's figure this out, because I am going to go for the jump. And Alfredo is a 4 and a 6 for an 18. And that is -5, and it's going to be in -6. So 1 to 12 for Griffith if he gets the jump. Let's see if he gets it. Oh, no, he's not going to get the jump on that. That's for sure. That was 11 4 times tonight. He doesn't get the jump. All right, so Collins. Collins is 0 for 2. Corners are coming in. It's nitty-gritty time. It's California Blue Jays. Big game for them. Shit. Let me see. Didn't get the jump. Collins is going to hit away here. Going to hit away. Here comes the havoc. Corners are in. Oh, I didn't switch them out. Damn it. Hold on. Oh, man. All right, he's in now. And let's go. Here we go. Havoc. Nothing doing. Here comes the pitch. And that's going to be a 3-4. Oh, wait a minute. We got a little bit of a hanger here. That's a 1. Yep. That's going to be a 3-4. Right side. Oh, and he hits him. And that's going to set up first and second. Hit batters. 1, 2, 3. This call is for a brawl. And both benches are emptying. I'm only kidding. First and second with Tony Fernandez now. And the corners are going to be in. And Tony is, the corners are in, so his bunting's going to go to a D. But his hit and run is going to go to an A. Shit. They're going to let him steal, huh? Griffin on second. 12 and a 15. So we're going to go for a sack bunt here. I'm going to roll the 20. Tony the Tiger is up at the plate. Yes, indeed. Let me see. He's going to go to a D. The corners are in. The sensei and schooners are pinching. And I'm going to roll the 20 in case of a wild pitch pass ball. And nothing doing on that. So we got a bunt roll on a 1 right back to the pitcher and a D3. And he's going to get the job done. Both runners will move up 90 feet on a sack. 1-4 on batter number 2. Batter 2. All right, so we got second and third now. Lloyd Mosby is the batter. All right, so Mosby hit his 18th home run in the 6th inning. He's 1 for 4 in the game. And I got to do sack here, damn it. Let me see. Yes. Okay, so here we go. Mosby batting from the left side. His last at bat, he grounded out to first base. Infield is now coming in. Infield coming in. Here comes the havoc. Oh, that's a 1 on a wild pitch 5. Wild pitch roll. 16, nothing on the wild pitch. Nice job by Boone. Nice job by Boone. Here comes the pitch to Mosby. Colbert looks in, gets a sign, delivers, and it goes 210. I didn't have it set up. Damn it, 210. 210 from the right side. Oh, it's a ground ball to second. And Toronto with the infield in. It gets by him for a base hit, and that's going to score 2 runs. And the Blue Jays take a 7-5 lead with the infield in. 210. Let me just check that. Ground ball, second base A+. And that'll do it. Oh, my God. 2 runs for Mosby. 2 RBIs for Mosby, rather. 8. And the hit batter scores on the 8. Mosby stops out of first base, and that was a big blow to second baseman Bobby Grich. Could not feel that ball, and it goes into right center field and 2-run score. So Willie Upshaw, no, not Willie Upshaw. My bad. Forgot to take him out. No, what am I saying? It was Akins that came out. Okay, Upshaw is going to bat. He's at the plate, batting from the left side. Big blow for the defense of the California Angels here in the 9th inning. Wild pitch, nothing doing. The pitch, 5-7. Left side, 5-7 on a split, 1-4 on a double. That's an 8. That's going to be a base hit. And here comes Mosby. He's rounding second. He's heading for third. And he'll hold right there. And that is Colbert's, that's his second hit, walk. And now here comes Barfield for the first time tonight. He came in as a pinch runner. First and third. I didn't mark that. Number 4. All right. Number 4. All right. So we got first and third. Still 1 out. Infield back. Set up for the double play. Barfield waiting for his pitch. Here comes the havoc. Man. Here comes a balk pass ball. And it's going to be a balk. No balks on Culver's card. And here comes the pitch. 2-3. Oh, man, I'm getting tired. 2-3 from the right side. Ground ball to short. And that's going to be the double play on Barfield. 6. What was it? 2-3. Yep. 6. Wait a minute. Sack is 1. Yep. 6-4-3. And 6-4. All right, so the Blue Jays come up with 2 runs here in the 9th inning on 2 hits. And the inning started off with a walk, a hit batter, and that's California's so far demise right now. So we're going to go to the 9th inning, bottom of the 9th inning. And let's see who's going to close this out for the Blue Jays. It's not going to be Aker, that's for sure. All right. Jimmy Key had 10 saves. Leroy Jackson had 10 saves. And Dennis Lamp had 9. All right, so I'm not too crazy about this lineup, but Roy Lee Jackson is going to come in for Aker. And I think as he goes here. All right. Blue Jays are going to bring in a pitcher. His name is Roy Lee Jackson. And he's a right-hander. And yeah, I know, Sean. I'm bringing him in, buddy. I'm bringing him in. I just want to see what he's doing on the replay. Well, got to have the right team up. So check that out, Mike. Come on, let me. All right, now he's at 3.54 ERA. 3.54. He's 2-6-12. 2-6-12. So what that's telling me, he could blow a game. So that's what that's saying. Let's bring him in. Leroy Jackson. And all right, so the Blue Jays are up by 2 now. As Leroy Jackson will take. Oh, I didn't close out on Aker. Check information. Let me see. Aker goes 1 1/3. 1 1/3. He gives up no hits, 1 walk. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Alexander closes out with 5 earned runs. And I think he's off the hook. He'll get an ND on this one and keep his status of 13-0 alive. All right, so Leroy Jackson is towing the rubber for the Blue Jays here in the bottom of the 9th inning, and here comes Bobby Grich, who could not handle that ball. And Grich is 3 for 4 with 3 singles in the game. What did I say? 2 runs on 10, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so here we go. Let's see if we have 9th inning drama here. Bobby Grich who was the Angels were playing infield in. He couldn't handle a hot smash, and the ball rolled in for 2 runs for the Blue Jays to grab the lead. Leroy Jackson looks in, gets the sign by Ernie Witt, and he goes 6-7. Right side, 6-7. It's going to be a range play. Second base, Griffin is at 328. So we got to clear 1 through 4. And, that rolled over to the 13. It was on the 1. G2 checking for errors. That's a 6, and he's going to field it cleanly. And that's a 4-3 put out. And 1 down. Freddie Lynn, he doubled his last time up, 2 for 4 in the game. Batting from the left side. And here comes the pitch. 5-10. 5-10, left side, and that's lifted to left. Collins moving over towards the line, and he's going to make that catch. 2 down, and the California Angels are down to their last out. Hot Dog Jackson will be the batter. Jackson was intentionally walked his last time up, 1 for 3. He hit his 15th bomb of the season in the 6th inning. And he can't do any damage, so Jackson is facing Jackson. Jackson on Jackson. Jackson looks in, gets the sign by Witt. Jackson rocking the bat. Here comes the pitch. 3-7. That's a hot column for Jackson. The batter, Jackson. 3-7. And that's ball 4. And Jackson walks. Well, I guess Jackson didn't want any part of Jackson. I'm saying a lot of Jacksons. So the tying run is coming to the plate. And in the name of Doug the Sensei, he does have power, so he needs that 3 column, just like Jackson did. That just hit it. Leroy from the stretch looks in. Reggie Jackson's going to be held. And we're going to go with the Havoc. Not you, but you. And here comes the pitch. The Sensei 1 for 4. He hit a triple in this game. And here comes the pitch. 1-11. 1-11 from the right side is popped up behind the plate. Ernie Witt towards the screen. And he makes the catch, and the ball game is over. Toronto wins it of a score of 7-5 here at the Big A, and takes the first 2 games of this series. You're watching the 1984 Community Replay Project here on Saturday night at the ballpark, and that is game over. So he gets a save, and that's it. All right. Sean, go Blue Jays. I need a drink. My mouth is dry. Action Jackson sure is. Have your attention, please. And Colbert. Well, Angels lost on an infield in. Infield in. Ground ball A plus with the infield in, and it hung them. All right, for the Blue Jays, 7 runs. Angels 5. 10 hits. 13 for the Angels, and there were no errors in the game. And we go LOBs, ISPs, and we'll just get the line score on that. Toronto 7, 5. Right. The Blue Jays left 7 on. And the Angels left 9. And let's see. Runners in scoring position. 2 for 9 for the Blue Jays and 2 for 11 for the Angels. Runners in scoring position. All right, so now to take care of that, Colbert went 1 inning. He gave up 2 hits, no walks, no strikeouts. He gave up 1 earned run. And on us, he gave up 2. And Witt, us takes the loss, rather. And the Jacksons, Jackson gets a save on 1 inning. And 1 walk, no hits, no strikeouts, no runs. Jack Aker, inning and 2/3 is correct. And he did not give up any runs. Alexander gets a no decision. Aker gets the win. And Jackson gets the save. All right. Okay, so I don't know if you guys want Frank. He got away with it. Let's put it that way. On a big infield in. Hot shot to Bobby Grich that couldn't handle it, and it turned out to be bad. All right, guys. I want to thank Barbara, Frankie S., Sean. Who was the other guy? I'm tired now. I got to go to bed. All right, guys. I'll see you in the chat rooms, and everybody be safe, stay well, watch your surroundings, and I'll see you down the line soon. Good night, guys.